Good day, America, live from Sun and Fun, Portland, Maine. This is FrankMargel. Today is October 14th, 2014. It's a spectacular Maine fall day. Right now it feels like summer. It's about 75 degrees out. We got an offshore breeze. This is the last of my Ebola Tuesday series where I covered parts of the city and express my opinions and concerns. I do it in a freelance style out here in the public domain. I generally do videos that are more on the upbeat, about trails and Maine life and how wonderful it is to come to Maine, and indeed it is wonderful to come to Maine. But today is Ebola Tuesday, and I covered the election last week in some detail, and well, today I just feel it necessary to cover Ebola. Why? Well, at the Maine Medical Center today we had an Ebola scare, and we don't know if that person has Ebola or not. I got some information and some scuttlebutt from talk radio, and it's all over the world now. Big media is trying to cover it, and it's an Ebola scare. But it's a sign. It's an opportunity for us to look for leadership. It's a warning sign. There's the insignia. We get folks from all over the world. We have one of the largest transient cities. That means people that come and go in Portland. We have a considerably large homeless population, and that's okay, from every ethnicity that you can imagine. It's not a racial issue, but we do have a large transient city here. It's a port. It's one of the most famous ports in all of the eastern seaboard, and especially up here in New England. So folks come from all over the world to be here. And what are we to do? What are we to do? We bring in oil. We bring in gas. We export oil. We export gas. Almost everything imaginable that can be imported and exported is done from from a port like this. So they're coming and going everywhere. And we have an Ebola virus on our hands in the United States. That is a fact. The fact is that the CDC has announced that in Africa it could escalate to 10,000 cases a week. Now, one of my videos last week when I discussed this issue with those millions of followers out there that count on me for information from the street. I say that we got to have a light heart sometimes, and my light heart will come back. But look, this is important. So you know, we are a port. We are a city on the verge of facing an epidemic, because people don't just come from the airports. They come from land, air, and sea. It reminds me of the Marine Corps. You know, Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. Well, it's right here in Portland, Maine. And we need strong leadership. We need folks to come out and get ahead of this. In the information age, in the technology age, we need them to put all of their politics aside and start directing our schools and our communities on what to do to prepare. Not just for Ebola, but the scare. We had one this morning. It's just going to spread. The scare is going to spread first, and then the disease. So we need leadership to spread. We need activism from our leaders, not political contentiousness at this point. We need our leaders, and we need to inform, and if our leaders don't, then our community leaders need to step up. We need to have community action committees. We need to bring our leaders together in our communities, and we got to get ahead of this. And we got to get ahead of this because everything is at stake with Ebola. So it's Ebola Tuesday here. Look, go ahead and send me a comment at FrankMargel at youtube.com. I post on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. My videos go all out the world and are viewed by millions and millions of people, just like yourself. So I'd love to hear from you. So please, send me a comment. And if your community is stepping up and demanding that their leaders, their state leaders, their representatives do something, and these community leaders are doing something, that is prosperous. That is taking our America back. Not to help just one political party or one walk or talk of life, but to help everybody in that community. And you can see how difficult it's going to be in a transient community right here in Sun and Fun, Portland, Maine. We are going to have our hands full with this, as I'm sure the Maine Medical Center had its hands full this morning. So what to do? Send me a suggestion. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from the positive activism in your community, from every walk and talk in life. This is FrankMargel live from the Ocean Gateway Terminal here in Sun and Fun, Portland on Ebola Tuesday, October 14, 2014. And as you can see, it's about 10:20 in the morning. Perhaps there's a quiet panic that's taken over the city. Perhaps not. No matter where you are in the world, you have a great Maine day, and I will keep you posted. This is Frank out.